Not trying to rag on the parents today, but please educate your teenagers on how to go out. ATOP comes in, it's prom season, they're all in their fancy dresses, fancy hair, fancy makeup, fancy suits. They get appetizers, they get mocktails, they get some of the most expensive items on the menu, and I'm thinking, okay, we're rocking, we're rolling, right? They were really nice. Like, nicer than they should have been. Should have been my first sign. They ordered dessert, and then this is where I should have known something was wrong because they ordered another round of dessert. And while waiting for the dessert to come out, one by one, they all start going to the bathroom until there's exactly 2 of them left, one couple. And I said, hey, where'd your friends go? Oh, they just went to the bathroom. I was like, oh, that's so funny because I just came from there and there's not an entire crowd of teenagers in there. They were like, oh, then like they're probably on their way back. Bro, I literally turned and looked at throughout the restaurant because you could see all the tables. And I was like, well, I don't really see anybody wearing prom dresses other than you guys. They obviously didn't know what to say. I said, okay, so either we can do it like this. You call your buddies back in here and you have them pay the $400 tab. Or I can call the police and we can get your parents down here to explain to them why a bunch of teenagers were about to dine and dash. We had to call the police. Apparently, they had all come in like one car or like 2 cars or something. And so they had been waiting to leave for the other 2 in the parking lot. So they were all still at the crime scene.
Brilliant.
Police were called. Parents were called soon after. Prom was canceled for at least 6 of them. I was nosy. I overheard a lot of it. Let's just say those parents made sure that that tip was fat.
As they should have for your troubles. I understand that children are their own people. I have 4. I get it. And each one of them is different than the other one. But it also sort of is on the parents. You have got to raise your children to not be obnoxious little fucks in the public sphere. I raised 3 of my children. The other one I discovered when she was in her early 30s. I did not know she existed. So I can only speak to the 3 that I raised. The other one that I discovered has manners herself. But I can only speak to the 3 I raised because I had a hand in raising them. I raised those 3 kids to understand if I ever hear of you being a disrespectful little shit to a server in a restaurant with all of your friends because you thought it was cool and funny, you will never be that unhappy again. When you walk out the front door of this house, you're going to do a whole bunch of things that I'm not going to like. You're going to do a whole bunch of things that are of your own personality and of your own volition. But here's what you're not going to do. You are not going to be a disrespectful member of society. You are going to say please. You are going to say thank you. You are going to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. You're going to say yes, sir, and no, sir. Until you get to a point where you're interacting with another human being that doesn't deserve that level of respect, you're going to go out into the world understanding that you're going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they give you a reason not to. You are not going to be the reason why people look around at kids in restaurants and go, oh, fuck, here we go. You're at somebody's house, you're going to clean up after yourself. You're going to get your own plate, you're going to get your own silverware, you're going to get your own dishes unless otherwise told, and you're going to take it to the sink. You are not going to be that person. $400 and you fucking kids were going to dine and dash? Thank God she caught the last 2. She worked her ass off. And not only were they not going to tip her, they weren't going to pay the whole fucking bill. You know, I don't know what the ramifications are for a server if they lose the money for, you know, something like that happens. I don't know if it comes out of their pocket or not. And I certainly would hope not, but it is the United States of America, so you never know. But goddamn, man, raise your kids better. Raise your kids to not do shit like that.